Yo, what is up, my people? In today's video, I know some of you guys don't understand how I do it.
How does he do it, guys?
But I'm gonna give you a damage build for PvP, Dark Zone, Conflict, wherever you want to play. This is gonna be for any encounter, like any range, mid-range, close range, long distance. This build is gonna excel. I feel like this build is gonna help a lot of people, honestly. This is gonna be that mid to long range encounters. Also close encounters I do really good, but I'll show you why I do really good. If you check out my damage numbers, I'm absolutely hitting with this build. I haven't had any like problems with this build, honestly, other than like 4-mans, and you know that's gonna happen sometimes, but for the most part you're able to burst. But yeah, I really think you guys are gonna like this damage output. And I think you're going to be clapping a lot of cheeks in the Dark Zone, man, or wherever you play, especially if you're squatted up with some other gamers that are ready and also have some of the builds we've been making over here on this channel. So since there's a lot of status in the game right now, I would suggest like having different players running different type of builds, like I said in the past, but like somebody running Hazard just to kind of keep or stay alive or be able to be like, you know, the target of everybody's attention. And everybody else, you know, depending on how you run it, for sure one healer in my opinion. And right here I'm running the damage for the squad, so I gotta make sure I'm getting to where I gotta be in the places I gotta be. That way when people are pushing up to the team, I could just melt them, and everybody just plays their roles, basically whatever you're supposed to be doing the best you can, right? So this build is gonna melt, man. As you can see, sometimes I hit upwards of 400,000 or 500,000 damage per bullet. And I can't wait for you guys to try this yourselves. And I've been testing it for a few days, like I said, man. So it's kind of hard to like explain or tell you how good the build is without showing you like actual evidence. And I just want to give you guys the tools you need to survive in the Dark Zone, to fight back against some of the best players in the game, right? So right here, I'm running a damage build in today's video. It's really simple in my opinion. I'm gonna give you a few options just in case like you're a new player to the game or you just don't have all the pieces that you might need. I'm gonna introduce all of the pieces you might need. And for you guys that don't already know, man, Technician is pretty goated, and I suggest you start leveling Technician if you haven't already, because it will be dope in the Dark Zone. I'm also going to tell you what you need for close range encounters. That way you can 1 to 2 shot people, man. Absolutely nasty. Y'all about to be slapping booty cheeks, yo. Kind of like we was doing in the Dark Zone, bro. All right, my people, without any further ado, let me go ahead and introduce you to the build. I'm going to show you like 2 or 3 different setups just in case you're like newer to the game. You might not have some of these pieces. You might not have any of these name pieces. So I really want to put you in like the best position you could be in. Okay, so the name pieces I feel are going to give you 16% more damage to whatever target amplified, because these both consist of 8. Okay, that's why I feel like these are the most important pieces in my opinion to get that fat daddy damage. But if you don't have these pieces, man, if you want, like, check out this build right here. I'm at 1.3 million armor. If you have every piece perfectly rolled, you're gonna be around 50 crit hit chance. From there is your choice if you want to use these red mod slots to get you up to 60, or if you want to use them to give you like about 23 to 24% more crit hit damage. That's all your choice. I'm gonna leave it at that. All right, so I'm going to show you another setup, but if you want, you could just like stop the video here later. And if you have these pieces, you can make this exact build. Anywhere you want on the armor from 1.3, you could go all the way up to 1.7. That would be like 4 to 5 blue slots. You're still going to do a ton of damage. You're going to have survivability. So the choice is yours. I play with a team, so I go for more damage personally. A little bit lower armor. I feel like 1.3 is like that safe spot. That safe haven for when I get hit with statuses like fire launchers and everything, you know, everything that you get hit with, seekers, you know, you're able to survive a little bit more. But I got another build here for you guys just in case you are newer to the game. I keep you in my mind, man. I'm thinking about you guys. And right here I have a beautiful build, I feel, man, for you guys that might not have all the pieces in the game, or you might be pretty new, right? So right here I'm going with 3 Providence. I'm also going with a Grupo, and then I'm going with a Seska. Okay, the Seska's for the crit hit chance, and then the 3 Providence is for crit hit damage. The Grupo is for crit hit damage, and then this also gives me crit hit damage plus buffs up my team. Depending on the range that I'm at, I could get 10% or 20% crit hit chance. All right, so this mask is really strong. If you don't already know about this mask, you get up to 25% crit hit chance if you're hitting a target that's 25 meters, which is going to be really easy since you're going to be using the MDR. And yeah, that's my opinion. Right here we have you already know max. This goes for the whole team. So if you're 0 to 15 meters from a target, you're going to get 25% critical hit damage for you and your team. All right, so everybody gets this. And then 15 to 25 meter, if the target is that far, you're going to get 10% crit hit damage and 10% crit hit chance. Phenomenal. All right, if you don't have this, you could probably use like an armor piece, maybe a healer to give you 5% more armor on the build. Put the blues to wherever you feel comfortable. I like playing around 1.1 to 1.3 million armor personally. If you're solo, I suggest 1.5 to like 1.7. That really works for me when I'm solo, which I'm not usually solo too much, right? So right here we have a backpack that is like perfect, man, perfectly god rolled. So this is what you want like your red pieces to be, man. I know it's like hard. I know you might not be able to get it, but I would say, man, just keep trying, keep farming with friends, farm with your clan members. That's what's really gonna help you excel and get a lot of those pieces you're looking for, right? So right here we have a chest piece also. Spotter, all right? Spotter is what makes this build really work perfectly, in my opinion. Spotter is gonna give you 15% amplified damage to post enemies, all right? And we got a few tricks for you, okay? As far as the post enemies go, I made a video on this in the past for you guys. I'm using this talent called In Sync, all right? Using a skill or damaging an enemy with the skill grants 15% weapon damage for 5 seconds. So damage increases are doubled while both buffs are active at the same time. So for this to be active, all right, so right here I'm in the shooting range just to show you a little bit. When I aim at the enemy, I'm gonna post because I'm using Technician. I'll get into that a little bit later for you just so you understand. But you can see I'm hitting for 1.25 on the head, okay? Most of the shots are a crit. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna pull out our shield, and this is gonna activate our skill for In Sync, right? So we're gonna be hitting for 1.45 on the head. That's gonna tear players apart, all right? So every time you pull out your shield, you're gonna get this buff. It goes away pretty quickly, so make sure you're paying attention to your buffs, and you can see that fat daddy damage. That's gonna really do damage to players. 1.4, you cut that in half, that's like 700k a bullet, all right, to enemies in their head. So with that being said, you need to hit some headshots. Sometimes you can hit body shots, though, absolutely destroy people, but that head multiplier gives you a lot more damage, guys. So 1.2, that's like 600k to a player. Where I could shoot them in the body, that's 800k, so that'll be 400k. So you're getting about 2 to 400,000 more damage, I want to say, by shooting the headshots. You know what I mean? Especially when you're buffed up, dude. It's gonna make a big difference, in my opinion. So 400,000 damage difference, 200k on player. All right, other than spotter, we're pairing it up with vigilance. That way this damage is like increased through the roof, all right? The amplified damage with the total weapon damage of 25%. The shield is going to take the damage for you on the Crusader. I understand, like, a lot of you guys don't like using shields, don't like seeing shields, but this is one of the best ways, I feel, to proc In Sync. And In Sync, when you proc it correctly, is going to give you 30% weapon damage, all right? This is going to double both damages, all right? It's going to increase while both buffs are active only, okay? So remember that. So that's for our range right here. So for the close range game, I'm going to show you the shotgun. Shout out to my boy Ronan for blessing me with this shotty. But right here we have damage to out of cover, damage to armor. I'm absolutely ripping people in half, bro. I'm talking about half, bro. And right here, In Sync is the same, man. So use the same shield. When you see somebody pushing up on you, they could be a Foundry Bulwark user. They could be whoever they want. They could be my grandma. If they pull up on me with this build, and I'm able to like position myself with my shield first, they're dying, bro. Like, they're dying, you know, especially if I have anybody with me, a healer, another DPS, anybody next to me is we're absolutely gonna booty blast anybody that's around us. And then yeah, your Seska for your crit hit chance. So you want to run crit hit chance, crit hit damage on this. This isn't so much like to fight against people that are using hazard or skill builds. You know, you're gonna switch to the hazard build that I just dropped the day before yesterday. So make sure you're checking out the vids on YouTube. I work on these vids I work on these vids with some of my friends from Discord. You know, I consider them friends from the community, even though we're only internet bros. You know, I still consider some of them friends, man. So crit hit damage right here on the Sombra. And easy, man, easy. I roll armor till you feel content. And then I'm using a scanner post. So this scanner post is going to help me when people are using decoys. So since, like I say, I play with a group most of the time lately, we're going to go ahead and we're going to be posting as often as we can. That way we can keep control of the area, right? We don't want people to be pushing up on us, sneaking up on us, or none of that, man. So right now I'm working on a sniper counter. So I'm going to be dropping that video probably in like 2 days. And this is going to be for those snipers, man. So you could kill those dudes that run from you and snipe you. It's going to be really easy, all right? Those are like the easiest players to kill, I feel. All right, so Technician is the play. And Technician is... the reason is because of the linked laser pointer, all right? So when you use this on your underbarrel of your Urban MDR, your MK17, your shotgun, whatever you want, this is going to proc the post for you, okay? Giving you that 15% amplified damage against any enemy you aim at, all right? This is absolutely going to rip, boys. This Technician laser pointer posts its targets at which it is aimed. Underbarrel attachment for long rails, bro, so... it doesn't work on some weapons, but mostly every weapon I use it on is worked on. So, yeah, that's about it. That's the whole build. You guys start working on this, man. Make this build. You need to stand up for yourself in the dark zone. And, you know, try to be kind to each other. You never know what people are going through, honestly, out there in this world. It's been pretty crazy, man. So, like, you know, if... like, when I kill people or I fight people, I try to, like, be courteous. I try to say GG. I try to be a good sport, man. I know it's really hard with the like nature of this game, but you know, it's up to you to make changes, bro. So try your best if you want. That's up to you, man. I give you a little goal. Maybe try to change the way you act in the dark zone sometimes. It's just a game, man. So let's enjoy it. All of us, we all fam, and we all we got, man. The division stand up. I love you guys. I'll see you later over on Twitch. We should be live today, hanging out with the squad, baby. Getting them raids in. You know how it goes every day, right? Every day. Much love.